Hi, welcome to Nightly Haven, and tonight we're going to deep dive into giants. What if giants weren't just myths, but memories? What if their bones were buried, their names erased, but their bloodlines still walk among us today? From the ancient scriptures to forbidden caves, to that cousin who's suspiciously 7'3" with zero explanation. Tonight, we unravel the colossal mystery. Were giants real? Are their remains hidden? And could some of us be their descendants? Fear tingles down your spine and hairs stand on end. Mysteries unknown and tales in the dark. Are you ready? Hello? Every ancient culture tells the same story. Beings of massive size, godlike power, and often terrifying appetites. In the Bible, Genesis 6:4 describes the Nephilim. They were giants in the earth in those days, when the sons of gods came into the daughters of men. In Greek mythology, we had the Titans, primordial giants overthrown by Olympian gods. In Norse myths, feared the Jotun, or frost giants who warred with Asgard. And among Native American tribes, legends tell of towering red-haired cannibals who once roamed North America before being hunted down and sealed into caves. These aren't isolated tales. They're echoes, worldwide whispers of something too big to forget. Now, let's talk about the strangest oops we lost it moment in archaeological history. The 1909 Grand Canyon discovery. The Arizona Gazette reported that a man named G.E. Kincaid, sponsored by the Smithsonian, stumbled upon a hidden cave filled with massive humanoid skeletons, Egyptian-style artifacts, hieroglyphics, and what looked like a giant tomb system. That exact site, now restricted government land. You can't hike it, you can't fly over it, and every official record vanished faster than your motivation on a Monday. Why? Safety, they say, but locals and independent researchers believe it's more about secrets than safety. I mean, come on, the entirety of the Grand Canyon is completely unsafe. What makes that area more unsafe than others? And maybe bones that could rewrite history. Still think giants were just fairy tales? In Peru and Ecuador, oversized skeletal remains up to 9 feet tall have been unearthed, quickly scooped up or lost before proper documentation. In Sardinia, ancient stone tombs called Tombs of the Giants line the hillside. Locals swear they belong to the lost race of Colossi. In Ireland, the legend of the Finn McCool tells of a giant who built the Giant's Causeway to fight a Scottish titan. In Russia, deep cave expeditions in the Urals turned up massive humanoid bones in government intervention. Almost every continent has stories, but for some reason, no museum has bones. Funny how that works. And here's where things get weird, like Thanksgiving with your ex weird. What if giants didn't go extinct? They just shrank. Some theorists believe exceptionally tall people today may be genetic echoes of ancient giants. Not the 6'5" basketball player down the street, we're talking the 7+ footers with no growth conditions, no medical explanation, just unusually tall families generation after generation. A few examples. A certain royal European bloodlines have documented extraordinary height across centuries. Some native tribes still whisper that the tall ones never vanished, they just changed. Even isolated areas of Asia and Eastern Europe, there are lineages with consistent abnormal height and strange skeletal anomalies. Are they the diluted descendants of the Nephilim, or just the leftovers of a genetic history we've tried to erase? Either way, it might explain why some people feel a little larger than life. Now, let's address the elephant, or rather the 12-foot tall skeleton in the room. Throughout the 1800s and early 1900s, newspapers across the US reported massive skeletons being discovered. Kentucky, Ohio, New York, Arizona all claimed finds of giants ranging from 7 to 12 feet tall. Many of the remains were sent to, you guessed it, the Smithsonian. And just like that, gone. No records, no bones, no press releases. Just theories and missing pieces. Some whistleblowers claim the Smithsonian cleaned house on anomalies remains to preserve accepted evolutionary timelines because nothing says scientific integrity like selective evidence, right? Back to the Bible. The Nephilim weren't the only ones. In Deuteronomy 3:11 mentions King of Bashan, whose bed was over 13 feet long. And of course, Goliath, a nearly 10-foot warrior taken down by David's sling. But here's the thing. Goliath wasn't the only one. The Bible also mentions his giant brothers. Some scholars argue that these remnants of hybrid bloodlines, ancient beings caught between heaven and earth, never truly human, makes you wonder what happened to their offspring. So, were giants real? Ancient texts say yes. Cultures across the world say yes. Newspaper archives say yes. And restricted Grand Canyon zones whisper absolutely. Maybe they're not stomping through the forest or building pyramids anymore. Maybe they're just buried beneath government land or quietly walking among us, tall shadows of a world we tried to forget. So the next time you meet someone whose height defies explanation, whose eyes seem older than time, you might just be looking at a descendant of the forgotten. If this is something you're into, like, comment, and hit that subscribe button. If you're ready to storm the gates of forbidden knowledge and tell us, have you ever encountered something giant? Until next time, stay curious, stay strange, and stay nightly. Have a good night, guys. Bye.